Hello, Moobit here with a quick vloggy thing. So I've just been to vote. It is May 2015 and I've just been to vote in the general and the local council elections here in Nottingham. And I'm now out for a little drive. I've got the day off because frankly I'm physically exhausted after previous weekend, bank holiday weekend, not out there having too much fun. We went to play for a day to play Expo for a day with my daughter. I'm just hanging out and helping out the in-laws after my father-in-law had another heart attack, bless him. He's fine. Of course, with this condition that I'm currently getting over, it makes you a little tired sometimes if you do too much. At least I'm getting used to what too much is, put it that way. So yeah, I'm still learning all that. It's all good. I can talk in the mornings and still go to work and do my job well, so that's always a bonus. Just have to ease it down on the free time type situations. But back to the point. I've just been to vote. Yay! Constitutional rights and all that. And it kind of got me thinking in a way, because I'm not one. It's on Facebook. The thing I find most annoying is those people that post those, you know, like, as I imagine, like cats hanging their posters, you know, the inspirational messages things. Oh God, block. But unfortunately, I found myself becoming one of those people the other day because I found one that actually spoke to me personally. Just with my personal belief structure and everything. That was a picture of an old picture of a women's right movement and polling station, and there was basically a message to say about. It was a bit guilt trippy. I'll give them that. I'll give you that, and you'll see my point in a minute. But it basically said, you know, people like this and people in the war and everything fought for people right now to have the ability to vote, and yet the last general election there was probably, I think it was like less than 30% turnout or something. And it was saying, please, you know, don't you dare not vote after people went through all this. Now, yeah, it's a bit, you know, hanging the cat on a thing, a bit bully boy tactics almost, some would say. And in fact, that was pointed out by one of my good friends who I got a lot of respect for. Awesome dude. And he pretty much immediately posted, you know, I hate these guilt trip things forcing us to vote. You know, he doesn't vote. He was saying he doesn't vote, or he didn't vote last time because he didn't like any of the candidates. And it got us into a back and forth, you know, a grown-up debate about it rather than an argument. And it was just, and I was saying, well, I respect that, but what you can do, theoretically at least, we all don't, you know, conspiracy theories and all that, we don't know if it actually gets counted like this, but you can go in there, spoil the paper, and that gets counted as a spoiled paper. And if everyone did that, then maybe what would happen? It would probably be like a vote of no confidence, maybe, and maybe the politicians would actually get the message, and rather than dicking about with coalitions and everything, actually, you know, do something about it, present some new policies or some new candidates that people can get behind and all that. I've got into a little, you know, friendly back and forth saying that would never happen, and, you know, the usual, you know, most politicians are corrupt, etc., which I totally agree with. What do you think? Are all politicians all the same and they're all out to get us and screw over the little man? Are they there to help? Do you vote? Do you not vote? If not, why not? What would you like to see change? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, actually. Get into a nice, you know, friendly debate about it. Use the hashtag #ElectMoobit. Why not? At least I can find them that way. #ElectMoobit. No matter where you put a post on, just put hashtag #ElectMoobit on somewhere on your post. That'll help me find them. If it gets trending, that'll be hilarious. But I don't know. It just, it can't sit right with me in terms of that. Just going back to that first poster, it doesn't. It feels wrong to not vote. What are your guys' thoughts on it? I personally think that the Australian system's quite good in terms of, you have to vote, even if you turn up and spoil the paper and say I don't want any of them. I think that's basically how I understand it works. But then on the flip side of that isn't that not democracy because you're being forced to do something you don't want to do? I don't know. And I'm on the fence, and that's why I want to put it out there to you guys. What do you think? Did you vote last time? Did you not vote? Do you care about voting? If you're too young to vote, would you when you get old enough? Let me know, because it's a tricky subject, isn't it? I mean, does the whole system need overhauling? Because it seems like we've lost our faith in the system. I mean, you look at the last election, it was a low turnout. I can't speak for the rest of the country. I'm not that uber political, as you can probably tell by my rambling. But the local elections in between now and back then, they've all had a low turnout. It seems like politics and politicians in general are falling out of favour with all of us. Is it apathy? Is it just annoyance at being, especially on the working class level, being not having as much expendable income? We've got more food banks and things like that, possibly. Or is it a message to those in power that something needs to give, something needs to change to make us like the system again? I mean, being honest and open would help. Just saying. But having just said that, I can't believe, in my own mind at least, that with the exception of maybe a few, Eaton elitists, family politicians and all that, I don't believe most people get into politics and councils and things like that with the intention of turning into a corrupt bastard. I can't believe that. I think there must be some kind of point in your life, you're there and you're being idealistic and saying, you want to help your fellow man, and that's brilliant, whether you're Tory, Labour, Independent, whatever. I'm lucky enough to have a brother-in-law who is just that. He is he's worked hard, and he's quite high up in the school that he works in, and he's now going for local elections, and he ain't corrupt. I mean, he's trying to get into it so he can help people. He's seen things he wants to change. He's seen people he wants to help, and he wants to do it. And I bet there's loads of politicians out there that do it. In the Nottingham elections and the towns around, there's the Ashfield Plate Constabulary. I think there's Gedling as well. It's a very hung area where I live these days. It's very, we are being inundated with politicians. That all top brass has been around the Nottingham area because it's so hung. And there's lots of new fresh blood coming in, young people. You see the photos and they look about 12, but at least they're trying. They obviously want to go. They don't want to go in there to fiddle expenses. They must want to go in there because they want to help the local community and things. They've got to. So at what point do not all but some of these career politicians sort of change from that wanting to help out their local community, wanting to help their fellow man, to fiddling the system a little bit? Or are they purposely doing it, or is it just the media telling us they're doing it, making things sound worse than they actually are? Polling station number 5. Lots of polling stations around. I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. It's strange, but all I can do is try to believe, like I always have done, try to believe that people aren't all that bad. It's why it hurts me so much when people do turn out to be, you know, slight gits, hence my illness last year, on top of all the other things that happen. Well, what do you think? Are all politicians all the same and they're all out to get us and screw over the little man? Are they there to help? Do you vote? Do you not vote? If not, why not? What would you like to see change? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, actually. Get into a nice, friendly debate about it. Leave your comments in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube or on my blog. Obviously there's comments down there. Or if this is posted on any of the websites I work for, again, interact via the usual means, and I will try to answer every one of you. And let's have a chat about this. Use the hashtag electmoobit. Why not? At least I can find them that way. Electmoobit. No matter where you put a post on, just put hashtag electmoobit on somewhere on your post. That'll help me find them. If it gets trending, that'll be hilarious. And until next time, I'll see you at another vlog or at another review or something like that. I've been Moobit. My things are in the description below. And yeah, talk back, let's have a chat. Ta-ra!
I like to move it, bit.